Hello and welcome to today's 5 Minute Life Hack. You can see I'm actually stuck in a hall here in sunny Minnesota. We're at our One Will It conference, which has been awesome to get to know lots of the people and get to see a lot of old friends, good friends, and see how things are progressing at Will It. So anyway, appreciate it. But I had a few minutes, so I put together some thoughts I'd had for a little while, and would love to talk today about job day. So let's dive right in, and I hope this works. I don't have my normal three screens, but so John D. Rockefeller owned and ran Standard Oil. He's infamous. He's amazing. He's incredible. He's a complicated individual, a historical figure. So I've read some things about him. I've read his biography, and there was a story that I couldn't help but mark down and want to share. So here's a few points just to give you some context to the story. So his motto was the best price at the lowest price. He drove down prices of oil from 58 cents to 8 cents per gallon. Think about that. That's like a 70, I haven't even run the numbers, like a 75, 80% decrease in prices. So can you imagine if somebody came in and drove our $4 a gallon oil down to like 82 cents? They would be like our hero. They would save us all so much money. And that's exactly what he did. He saved so much money for everyone who used oil. He made it a lot safer to use it in your homes. Back then, you used it to heat your homes and oil lamps and different things. Anyway, a little bit of context. His father was nicknamed Devil Bill. He was a fake physician. He called himself Dr. Livingston. He was kind of a scoundrel back in the day. He was a horse thief, and he was prosecuted as such. He left home for months at a time. He had another family on the side. He left his family, including John D. Rockefeller and his wife, John D. Rockefeller's mother, destitute and in dire circumstances. Just a terrible, terrible individual in every sense of the word. And this is kind of how John D. Rockefeller grew up. His mother was really strict and helped kind of keep him on the straight and narrow. His dad was a scoundrel, wasn't really involved in his life. So that's kind of the context. When he was 16, again, they were so destitute, they were traveling from place to place and could never afford to stay anywhere. When he was 16, he knew he had to start supporting the family. And so he went out and he started searching for a job. And he searched 6 days a week, all day. And he searched for 6 weeks and finally got his first job at the age of 16. And he was so excited, so ecstatic. And I don't know if any of you have made a team or got the dream job or got into the university you wanted, whatever the case is, but that thing you've been pushing for and trying for so long, and it finally happens and you're just so excited. That's an amazing, incredible feeling. And that's how he felt when he got his first job, because now he knew he could start supporting his mother and supporting his own life and start saving and building a life better than the one he'd been brought up in. And so for the rest of his life, on September 26th was the day he got that job. He celebrated Job Day, and he celebrated as if it was bigger than his birthday. It was his favorite day of the year to celebrate because it's the day he got his first job. And I love that story because I love the value and the nature of work and how it gives us purpose and can build us, and frankly can solve a lot of some of the mental ills and things that we're seeing all around us every day. Being involved in a purpose that's bigger than yourself matters. And for many of us, that's work, and that's a job, and that's our colleagues we work with. Anyway, I love that story. I love the idea of celebrating Job Day. Here's another story that's somewhat similar, but a little bit different. I heard the former CEO of HubSpot. His name is Brian Halligan, and he was talking about a scenario. He went snowmobiling with his teenage son up in the mountains, and they were driving on the same snowmobile. His son was in front, and he was driving, and he said, "Hey, son, hold up, we're coming to this turn, slow down." And he accidentally hit the gas instead of the brakes, And so they went over this cliff, and he doesn't remember a whole lot after that. He said he woke up at the bottom of this ravine, the the snowmobile sled just in pieces all up and down the mountain, and they were about a mile down. Um, and so he first of all kind of woke up, looked over, saw his son, but they couldn't move. They were in pretty bad shape, and he realized he's sitting at the bottom of this ravine. He woke up first, and he realized they don't have a beacon on. They don't have their cell phone. I don't know why. I don't know how, but they don't. And so he said, I'm probably going to die down here today. No one knows we're out here. We're probably going to die. Long story short, they made it out through a couple miraculous events. And anyway, he and his son now celebrate that as a live day. Every year they get together, they talk about it, they reconnect, and they really build their relationship, and they celebrate. This is the day that we stayed alive, basically, that we didn't die even though we thought we would. So I like that. Those two stories kind of make me think about celebrating and how we celebrate. Some of the things we celebrate in life, I think, are maybe less meaningful than others. And so that's kind of what this one's about. Do we celebrate things like birthdays as much as we celebrate our accomplishments? Most of us all have birthdays, anniversaries, big parties, things like that. We love it. It's great. It's fantastic. But that birthday, we didn't really do anything to warrant like a party. Are we celebrating our accomplishments as much as we are just being alive another year? Just something interesting to think about. The happiest people I know are people who push themselves, then they accomplish something, and then if they're in a great spot, they celebrate it, and then they rinse and repeat, and they do it again, and they keep accomplishing, and they keep pushing themselves. But the value is in pushing themselves and doing and accomplishing something hard. And that's exactly what I'm trying to teach my kids, because that's where I found my most joy, is pushing myself, accomplishing something, and then stop and celebrate it. Celebrate it like John D. Rockefeller every single year. Like, this is the day I ran my first marathon. Call it marathon day, whatever it is. Anyway, I like the concept. So hopefully we can find ways to celebrate. And there's a difference, right? Celebrating work and hard work and accomplishment. Those are the things that I think I want to do a better job of celebrating in my life, is some of those types of items. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. It's great to see many of you I've got to see this week. Many of you I haven't for a week or two, but hope you have a great day. Go out and make an impact, make a difference. Thanks. Bye.